Welcome to another episode of What's the Word podcast. Your boy Dykeman Drew.
Yeah, Bob Bayless was good, the big homie.
What's shaking, B? You've been lost. You've been out the cut. You've been out the mix. You've been gone for a minute. What's the word?
Yeah, I've been low. You know what I mean? Just busy on my side. But everything calmed down and we back at it. It was goody.
Yes, sir. Final. This is the 2020 season finale. And we're gonna come back, pause, top of the new year, new content, new everything. We working on some new hosts. This is and things like that, you know what I mean? But for today, you got me and Bob, and we're going to touch on this NBA situation right quick and a couple of other things. But first and foremost, I need your predictions because we did the predictions, me, Left, and Gio, right? So everybody predicted their Eastern Conference favorite, their Western Conference favorite, their MVP, and all that. So before we get to what happened last night, let's talk about your predictions for the season.
Talk to me.
Who you got coming out the East?
Nets.
Who? What? Give me your 4 teams in the East that you think are going to be tough.
I got Nets. I like Boston when Kemba gets back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a surprise Washington at 3.
Okay.
I think they got a couple of bumps. They hit a couple of bumps in the beginning of the season, but eventually I think they'll come along. Him, Russell Westbrook, and Bradley Beal. I think they'll put that together. I don't like too much of the people surrounding them.
Yeah,
but I think they'll definitely make the playoffs and get something going over there. So, and my last pick, sheesh. Yo, man, as much as I hate Milwaukee Bucks, man.
Yeah.
They belong at number 4. I'm gonna put it that way.
All right. So who you got coming out the West? And give me 4 Western teams.
I got the.
Go ahead, play yourself. Jump out the window. I don't care, but I don't care, bro. I don't care, man. Talk that talk, man.
Yo.
If you can't see, if you're listening to this audio, I got a Lakers hat on. So that's what it is. So go ahead, man. Talk your talk. Who you got coming out the West?
All right, we're gonna go with the Clips.
You got the Clippers coming out the West.
Got the Clippers coming out the West.
Okay.
West. I got the Lakers at number 2.
Okay.
I think it's up for grabs. I'm gonna go with number 3. It's a tough one, but I'm gonna surprise everyone. I'm gonna go with the best point guard to do it.
Who's that?
Chris Paul with the Phoenix Suns. You got
the Phoenix Suns as the 3rd best team in the West.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's gonna be my surprise right there.
Man, who's the 4th team?
I'm gonna go with and just to point out, Phoenix Suns they're in 3rd place right now, brother. They behind the Lakers and the Clippers.
Bro, they've been playing for like 2 weeks.
I don't care. It's 2-1. They 2-1. They played 3 games.
This dude here, man. Go ahead, B. Who's the 4th team coming out the West?
Denver.
Okay. So no Utah.
If anything, Utah would be followed up by number 5. And if we went down the list, continue.
Oh yeah. If you go down the line, but those are those. Okay. All right. So you got the Clippers and the Nets.
No Utah, no Portland.
Yeah.
It's different.
Right. So you got the Clippers and the Nets in the finals.
Right now, yes.
Yes. Okay. No, that's your season prediction.
Prediction.
Who do you have winning the finals?
I'm gonna go with the Clippers.
Okay.
Only because they got something to prove.
All right.
Only because all the pressure's on Paul George. Only because all the pressure's on Kawhi Leonard. I feel like if they get that far, they'll finish it off this year.
All right. Clippers. It's documented, so you know what I mean? I ain't worried about you switching it up.
Talk to me, baby. Talk to me,
Dame Lillard said he's the best point guard in the NBA, or they rated him the best point guard in the NBA. Do you agree or disagree?
No disrespect. They rated him the best point guard in the NBA. The best point guard in the NBA right now, it's Kyrie Irving. That's the best point guard in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
Steph Curry, to me is the second best point guard in the NBA.
We're gonna get to Steph Curry. All right. So you don't have Dame Lillard. You who's the third? You have him at least in your top three or no?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Dame Lillard would be my top. Yep.
What do you think Steph Curry is going to be able to do or not be able to do this year with that team, even with a healthy Draymond Green when he comes back, right? What do you think he's going to be able to do? And do you think it says anything about him as a player?
Steph, what he's going to be able to do, I think this year he's going to be able to lead. I think he's going to learn a lot about leading.
Playoffs or no playoffs?
Fucking playoffs. That's
because to me they're one player better than the Knicks, and that player is Steph Curry. After that is regular schmegular. That's not even peanut butter and jelly sandwiches over there, bro.
Nah, they're not making the playoffs right now. Nope. They're not making the playoffs. They need Klay Thompson, man. I'm sorry. The West just got deep. It's crazy right now in the West.
The East got deep too.
Yeah.
But do you fault Steph Curry for not being able to take that team that he has to the playoffs? I'm not talking about championships because that's kind of ridiculous. But the playoffs, if Steph Curry cannot get that team to the playoffs, does that say anything less? Does that take anything away from Steph Curry?
No, because of the type of team he has.
He was on a team like that before, but he wasn't starting when they had Monte Ellis.
Right, so he didn't have to lead. Monte Ellis did it.
Exactly. So now that he's in the driver's seat, right, with the team he has, because we've seen a couple people get teams with less further, and I'm not faulting him on that. But do you think it takes away from Curry's legacy? Like he always had Klay. You know they're gonna say that, right? It's not his fault they drafted him. It's not like they were established and got together and decided, let's run up these chips. You understand what I'm saying? So now he doesn't have Klay. He has Draymond and a bunch of role players. Because I said Andrew Wiggins isn't it. Kelly Oubre's cool, but he's not somebody that you need in your starting rotation. He can't shoot like that. He's a good defense dude, good energy and all that. But if you need buckets from him, your team is not winning.
So there you go, right there. Let me ask you this question. So just to reverse it real fast, do you think, before I answer the question, do you think Steph has enough around him to actually make the playoffs if he put his big boy pants on and did what he had to do right now?
As an 8th seed, well, there's 10 teams making the playoffs this year.
Oh, there is, yeah, totally.
Like last year. Fact. So if he can't get them to be one of the 10 best teams in the West, I think it's a problem, because I don't think Curry's that type of player to begin with, because now it's different. Curry can be doubled. You can get the ball out of his hands. If you double Curry before, Klay Thompson's going to make you regret it. Before that, Klay Thompson or KD will make you regret it. Now you can double team Curry, and get the ball out of his hands. So now who's he going to get the bucket from? Who are they going to get the bucket from? It's not going to be Draymond. Kelly Oubre is a supermodel. And Andrew Wiggins just got super hops, but he is not that. So it's like, how does can he reinvent himself to make his team one of the 10 best teams in the Western Conference?
I'm gonna say yes, but it's gonna take time. The only reason I say that is because Steph is special, bro. He's just special, man. He always doubts people. Every time everybody's, he's not gonna do it, he does it. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna say yes within due time. I think he'll be able to lead that team to at least minimum 8 seed.
8, 9, or 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 8, 9, or 10. Right. Correct.
Like, I think
he's the best point guard. He's the second best point guard in the league for a reason.
Second best point guard in your opinion? So you have Kyrie, then Curry.
Yes.
And then Damian Lillard.
Yes.
All right. See, like, my thing is this with Curry. What he does, he can't do by himself. How he's the most effective, it's not with him as the only player that can really, really get you a bucket on the team. Like I said, you can take the ball out of his hands, bro, and make the rest of the team beat you. He got mad that they went boxing one on him in the playoffs one year. Bruh, now all you got to do is get the ball out of Curry's hands and force any of them other 4 dudes to beat you. Wiseman is good. He's not taking you to the playoffs by himself. Nobody has like LeBron and AI alone I saw do it. So I'm not faulting him for not being one of those type of players. It's just different. I don't know if Curry can learn how to not Curry, if that team can learn how to use Curry the right way, because now he has to run all game and come off screens if you want all them threes, because he can't bring up the ball and give you those threes, because once he comes across half court, get the ball out of his hands. Now what?
And this goes back to what I was saying a while back. You know, getting rid of D'Angelo Russell was the wrong move, because look at the situation right now. If he had D'Angelo Russell, he would be able to play more off the wing and come off screens and run around and make people go crazy and, you know, shoot his three. But he is the point guard right now. He can't pass it to himself. You know what I mean? So, again, like you said, the only little part I agree with you on that is the people have to find out a way to get him the ball.
Yeah, I never been a D'Angelo Russell fan ever in my life. Not even for like a quarter.
Yeah, my point is just that he's a point guard. So if he had somebody that could kind of just handle the ball in his place, so he can run off screens, he'll get that, you know?
I mean, it's going to be tough for him, man. It's going to be tough.
I just think it's going to be tough for him because his team is trash, bro. Honestly, I don't think if Wiggins keeps playing like doo-doo and fucking, I've never been a fan of Oubre.
Yeah.
Never been a fan of him. Never been a fan of that kid. But I just think his team is trash, man.
Yeah, they're not stacked. That's a fact. Like he gotta dig and dig and dig to get that team to be one of the 10 best teams in the playoffs. Can he do it if they play him the right way and everybody else does whatever they need to do? But Curry would have to have a hell of a year.
Yeah,
a hell of a year. Like he would have to be in MVP talks for him to get that team to a 10th seed. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
I'm not sure that he can do it. These rookies, who do you like for rookie of the year?
Shit, I was gonna bring something else up, but yeah, we could talk about.
Go ahead. Because going into the draft, I had one kid, and then thinking about how they would be used, I chose another kid.
We could talk about rookie. I'm gonna go with Ball.
See, that's who I had originally, but they not starting them. And it's going to be tough, but I think he can get his way into the start. That's my favorite player in the whole draft.
Loving that kid right now. He's playing basketball. He's not playing point guard. He's playing basketball, bro.
Yeah, I picked the kid from Cleveland because I would figure he would have the most opportunity to have the ball in his hands and do whatever he wanted and average the 25 or whatever. There's nobody over there. Garland, and that's about it. But I'm rooting for LaMelo Ball. You got LaMelo Ball as your rookie of the year?
Yeah, I got him as my rookie of the year. I think he gets about a mile, bro. I think that kid is coming. Look, like you said, he's coming off the bench and he's playing ball. Imagine if he starts to get into that starting spot. God forbid somebody gets hurt in that lineup, or he just beats somebody out for a spot. It's over. And he got some good guys that are playing ball around him.
I just think offense he has to relearn. I think this NBA, because there's different levels. When you're in high school, you got to adjust your game when you get to college because that's a level up. So you got to get a little sharper. You got to get more, a lot stronger, more consistent. And then when you get to the pro level, at whatever level, whether it's overseas, whether it's NBA, that's a whole nother level you have to reach. You know what I mean? And I think LaMelo's game is NBA. I just think his offense needs to be tweaked. I think it'll take him like a season or two, but even his brother's shooting it different because LaMelo takes like 15 minutes to get the ball up for a jump shot. You know what I'm saying? And then his knees are touching when he's doing it too. Like that's not. I was taught that's not good anyway. But the kid, once he learns how to score and he doesn't have to worry about scoring because he passes the ball like not a lot of people, bro. Shorty's nice.
Yeah, he's different. He know the game. He can see it.
Yeah, he's that nice. What you want to talk about? Talk about it.
Yo, man. I'm gonna ask you this question and I'll answer. I'll give you mine. Who is your surprise this year where they just, And Yaz, lights out. They doing their thing right now in the league.
Player or team?
No, player. Yeah, player.
Player. I think Luka's gonna be MVP. Luka or KD. If KD's healthy, it's KD because KD's different. I just didn't know how he was gonna come back from the Achilles. But I think Luka's gonna tear up the league this year.
Think Luka?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that boy Trae Young. Woo wee, that
Your
kid.
twin. Y'all shaped the same. Look like y'all got a hanger in your jersey. And y'all got that hair that's too thin to be on television. You know what I'm saying?
He got bangs. He got bangs.
He's reminded me of you since I first saw him. I was like, this is Bob right here.
Been following that kid since he entered college.
Yeah. So Trae Young, you think Trae Young's gonna tear it up this year?
He's top 3 scorer in the league right now. I know it's early, but bro, the way he gets points and the way he scores and bunches, man, that kid, he's a problem, bro. I think
Shorty's nice.
I think he's the next dynamic Steph, maybe a little bit.
Mm-hmm. A little bit?
But I feel like
that's like Kobe and Mike, bro. Him and Steph.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna eventually be better than Steph, bro. Because I think his handles, he got potential for his handle to even get better because the way I seen his handle grow from college, and he always had the yo-yo, always worked on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the moves he does, and it's just getting better, it's getting more sharp, like you said.
Yeah.
Like you said about ball, you know,
yep.
Got to get more sharp. And Trae Young has those years under him already. You know what I mean? Well,
he's nice. Trae Young is definitely nice. I mess with Trae Young. Who do you have as your MVP for the year?
Man, you already know, man. I always say LeBron James, but I feel like they be shitting on LeBron James for MVP sometimes. And
you shit on LeBron James too.
Yeah, but he's still the best player in the NBA. You know what I mean? He's still the best player in the NBA. I'm not gonna doubt that. And it just depends on what LeBron James you're gonna get in order for me to say if he's gonna get MVP. You understand? Like LeBron, he'll 1 year just be a triple-double man, and no, don't get me wrong, he'll just be a pass first guy 1 year and average a shitload of assists, win, but the scoring won't be there. And then 1 year he'll just dominate all around.
When was his scoring ever not there?
Man, you know, man, that 30-point game shit with LeBron James, man, that nigga needs to be getting 50 already, bro. Come on, get the fuck out of here. LeBron gets 30.
Everybody's been saying that. I've even said that. Since he got in the league, everybody said that. But if he plays that way, his teams don't win.
True. But I think with the team he has right now, whether he shoots the ball a lot or not, I think he'll be fine because AD is a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? AD, you know, he, like you said, with those two there, it might be hard. It might not go down when the Lakers lose. Where the Lakers lose in the game, in the series of Game 7, in the 7-game series.
You got the Clippers, so don't even double down. You got the Clippers.
I'm not changing my pick. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to talk reality. I got the Clippers because of the hype behind their situation. You know what I mean? What they went through last year. Like PG, bro.
You got them because of hype? Or because you think they're gonna win?
No, a lot more because of hype. But to add on to the fire and throw more fuel to the fire, that hype boosts their confidence in a sense of urgency where they gotta react, bro.
Does it help?
Yeah, I think it depends on how they apply it. If
they just lost by 50.
Kawhi wasn't there, bro.
One person should not make up. Kawhi don't average 50 points a game. So it don't matter what you say, bro.
That's what Kawhi
50 at halftime.
That's how much Kawhi matters to his team. That's how much Kawhi matters to the Clippers, bro.
So who you got as your MVP? Kawhi Leonard. You must.
It's always gonna be LeBron. LeBron's the best player in the NBA, bro.
All right. So you got the Clippers winning that just lost by 50, right? And you think that Kawhi means that much to his team, then you must think that Kawhi is the MVP, bro.
That had nothing to do with him being MVP.
That's what the MVP is. The
But
person that
that game alone, what we're talking about, because he wasn't there, is why I'm saying it shows how good he is. Has nothing to do with him being better than LeBron. He's not better than LeBron.
No. MVP isn't always the best player in the NBA. Because Giannis won back-to-back MVPs. He's not the best player in the NBA. So the MVP doesn't mean that you're the best player in the NBA. Let's not get it twisted. Like, one doesn't mean the other. LeBron James has meant the most to his teams since he's gotten in the NBA. And he didn't win 15 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that the criteria for MVP for the Associated Press is different. Because
who you think of MVP?
I think it's going to be Luka or KD. I got KD if he stays healthy, because he's going to run through the league and not have to play even 35 minutes a game. He'll average 30. But if he's healthy, I got KD. But KD or Luka. My surprise is AD.
Yeah, KD. AD can't be having 13 points a game like he did last night. But
no. And the Clippers can't lose by 50 like they did the other day.
Yeah.
That's not a good look for hip hop right there, bro. Because at the end of the day, the Clippers are in a different Western Conference right now, too. There's different teams. Like, they didn't get much better, bro.
They'd be fine. They'd be fine, I think. I think they personally be fine. I'm calling it out right now. We come back to this in a couple of months. They'd be fine. They'd be all right.
I think the Lakers
they're healthy, they'd be all right.
What I think the Lakers need is a rim protector. And we straight. Because Gasol is a great addition. I love how he passes the rock and everything, but he's not a shot blocker. And AD's not playing the 5. We need a shot blocker. We need a JaVale McGee. You know what I'm saying? Like a dude like that don't care about the numbers and they'll just go out there and take charges and change everybody's shot that gets to the rim. We don't have one of those. People attack Marc Gasol when they see him at the rim.
Yeah. But I 100% agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got the Lakers though, baby. Like, there's no doubt about it. I got the Lakers in the East and the Lakers in the West and the Nets in the East.
Yeah, man, I don't know about that. I keep my argument strong. It's consistent. It goes back to what we talked about with the bubble and what my personal perspective on a bubble and how easy it was for the Lakers to win. And I always thought it was gonna be different now with this season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because people still aren't getting sick. You understand? Look, okay, John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins had to sit out already, right? Imagine if on one of these trips, because everybody want to travel and all that, half a team has to get quarantined. You won't even have enough people to take the floor. That can change the outcome of a playoff series. That can change the outcome of an NBA Finals. I think that is more questionable than what these dudes did in the bubble, where the playing field was leveled for everybody. You're going to tell me that the Lakers and the Nets go to a game 7 and all of a sudden Kyrie, KD, LeVert, and Dinwiddie towards ACL. Karis LeVert, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant can't play game 7 because of COVID. You're not going to tell me that they're going to say the Lakers had it easy? Come on, Don. Don't do that. Because, like, my whole thing is something is easy when you have an advantage. Nobody had an advantage of playing in the bubble. I think there's more of an advantage of now when people are going to start missing games because of COVID. You're going to have a bunch of people that's not going to make games because of COVID, and then it's going to be like, oh, they gave him this chip because this dude missed this game because of COVID, and this dude missed this game because of COVID. I don't know, man. It's different. It's different.
Wait. It's only one way to find out. We got to wait patiently.
Mm-hmm. And dudes got to be careful. That's it.
Yeah.
My man's overseas playing right now. One of my friends is overseas playing, and he told me that a team he was supposed to play against had a whole bunch of players test positive for COVID after they played another team in the club.
Yeah, man. Sick.
So now that whole thing is in jeopardy.
Yeah. Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, things like that That's not an advantage that a team loses half their players to COVID, got a quarantine for 2 weeks, and in those 2 weeks, since they didn't have their star players, they went 1-8.
I've been said that. I've said it, man. I said it in the past.
Nah, but how is that easy? No, but that to me, that's an easier disadvantage than everybody has to stay inside this bubble. Nobody can leave. All you can do is rest, recover, and play ball. I don't see it a disadvantage for anybody in that situation, because if it was easy, anybody would have won it.
Everybody don't have the good team that the Lakers have, bro.
No, so then it's not easy, bro. How the Miami Heat wound up in the Eastern Conference Finals with all the teams that there was better than them in the East?
Because they came along at the right time. They built the chemistry and they got it together.
That has nothing to do with the bubble, champ.
Yeah, it could be.
How?
Bro, they can't go back home. They spend more time with the team, build chemistry.
So does everybody else.
Build relationship.
So does everybody else. You tell me
everybody doesn't do it as good as a team that wins and makes it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
But that's not on nobody else but that team, because everybody's given the same guidelines and the same level playing field.
We could break down to everybody's different.
But that's not the fault of anybody but those people that choose to do that. Like if they choose to be reckless and they don't take advantage of the fact that they're in a bubble and they have their players' utmost attention because there's really nothing else that they can do, and they don't take advantage of that, that's not the bubble's fault. Shame on those individuals that's getting paid top dollar to take their craft serious and aren't.
Just laying it out. It's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I don't see how anybody had an advantage. I think people have more of an advantage now that you can lose players randomly, like they lost John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins the other day for a couple games because of a COVID protocol or whatever.
The back-to-backs now. KD got to sit down. He can't play too much because he got to, he just coming off the injury. Yep. So that applies to what I spoke about in regards to versus the bubble. You know what I mean? Now they're traveling. They're doing more back-to-backs.
He was still going to sit out. He's still on minute restrictions regardless. He's coming off of an injury. So he wasn't going to be playing more in the bubble than out of the bubble.
Bro, let me ask you a question. Let's say we have a back-to-back in the bubble, right? Let's just say we have back-to-back, 2 games, right? Mm-hmm. Nets, 2 games, Wednesday, Thursday, right? In the bubble, compared versus to a back-to-back now, the way they traveling, right? I've always applied. I always shout out traveling as being one of my points. So let's say you got a back-to-back traveling, and you're playing at home against the Knicks, and you have to travel the next day. You have to travel that night because you got a back-to-back. So you got to travel, let's say, wherever you're going to Phoenix, and you got to play Phoenix, right? And then you got to that same day jump on a plane and then fly somewhere else. Mm-hmm. That versus a bubble where you're going back to the room. You're not flying. You're not getting on an airplane, checking into another hotel. Mm-hmm. It's all mentally. You got to be mentally focused. You got to be it's another mental level compared to as applying traveling into your schedule and going from city to city playing back to back, bro.
Absolutely. But if you tell me that 3 teams were in a bubble out of everybody, then it's an advantage. Nobody was traveling. Nobody. Not one team was traveling. So then again, I tell you, it's a level playing field. Now, if you tell me some teams are traveling and some teams are stationed, then that's different, because obviously the team that's traveling, jet lag, not right rest, you sleeping on an airplane opposed to a comfortable bed, so you're not getting the rest and all that. Then you got to go to workouts and all that. Obviously, traveling is more difficult to do than just play, go back to your room, heal, and come back the next day. That's not what I ever said. What I said was it's the same for everybody. It's not like some are traveling and some aren't. Obviously, when you're traveling, it's a tougher situation. But when everybody is situated, shame on you for not taking advantage of that. That's nobody else's fault. You know what I mean? Because as long as nobody gets sick, let's say nobody gets sick this year in the NBA, I still got the Nets and the Lakers going to the finals.
Who you got winning it?
The Lakers. I don't have nobody that could beat. I don't believe that there's anyone that can beat LeBron and AD in a series right now.
I think that's tough.
I don't think there's one.
I don't know, bro. We'll see. You know what I mean? I got the Clippers up there, so the Clippers would beat them first. And then if they do get by the Clippers, I don't think they could. I don't know. We got to let the season ride. Like you said, it's 3 games, so it's kind of hard to see the
I don't see anybody being able to deal with that for a series. Not at all. Yeah, not at all. Not even close, bro.
They're dominant players.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Like that whole traveling thing, I don't buy it. Now it's back to a level playing field as well. Everybody's traveling. So now you just got to be extra careful when you get on these airplanes. Bring your own air, and you know what I mean. Hope you don't get that. That's it, because everybody's more at risk now. That's just what it is. Everybody's more at risk. Their children are more at risk. See, like people like Avery Bradley, he didn't go to the bubble because of the risk, the health risk, and his family, right? But you're playing now and traveling, so you're more likely to come in contact with that shit going from state to state. How does that make any sense?
They probably didn't understand. You know, it was early in the pandemic, and they didn't understand how serious it was at the moment, and they probably got scared. Exactly. So you already know, if anything, you were going to be more safe than anybody. You're going to be in that bubble. Your family's going to stay home. You're going to be fine. But
I'm not jacking it. I'm not jacking it at all. What do you feel about how this NBA season's gone for this first week and a half? Like, what do you like?
I ain't gonna lie, man. It got me watching basketball a lot more, man. I can't complain. I guess it's because there's a lot more players that are. I guess the league is getting better because they got a lot more young, good players coming in. I guess that's the way to put it. You know what I mean? Because every time you change a channel, they always got somebody that's good. You know what I mean? On a different team.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Besides the teams I've picked that I like, you know, I like the Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
I like them a lot. I talked a lot of smack about Gordon Hayward and his contract, and the last 2 games I went to go hate on him and go on ESPN to go see how much he had, and he shut me up. He had 28 one game, and I'm ready to go back on the gram and be like, I told y'all Gordon Hayward ain't shit. Gordon Hayward ain't shit, but you know what I mean? He coming along, so maybe he is that player. Maybe they saw something I ain't see, but I like that team. I like that team, and I like I want to throw it out there though. New Orleans, man, I think they're real good, man. I think they're young, and I think they're good. You know, I still feel iffy about Zion until he gets a jump shot. You know, me and my perspective. I think if you don't got a jump shot, you shouldn't play in the NBA. You shouldn't play basketball, period. In the new millennium now, and the way shit is, and you don't got a jump shot, bro. I don't think you should be playing. At the end of the day, if so, you put it. So take it back to my time when I played. They
weren't shooting.
Right. We had the box. We had the big man back to the basket doing those type of moves. The game just got too fast now. And I feel like those type of players are disappearing because they slow the game up. Or if they're not disappearing, they're not playing. They're on the bench. You get what I'm saying? Like I saw a Bagley the other day from Sacramento, is it?
Yeah.
He went to Duke. He developed a jump shot. I don't know if he had it at Duke, but I didn't see that at Duke. I saw a back to the basket, post, dunk, get dime. You know what I mean? So now, and if you go on his Instagram, you see him doing nothing but shooting drills in his house and working out, and he developed that jump shot. You know what I mean? So that might save his game. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe he'll get more agility to his game or footwork get better, but you know what I mean? I see him getting better. But again, bro, what you think? You know what I mean? I feel like that jump shot is needed.
I think the 3 isn't needed. The 3, I think, is a plus. I think if he can live from the mid-range and everything else is him. I think make free throws, develop a solid mid-range game, and then those 3s are like a plus. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, you don't want Zion on the wing pulling for 3. Because even when he misses shots, his second jump off the ground is so crazy that he mess around and lead the league in offensive rebounds, bro. So you don't want a dude like that. My personal opinion, you don't want a dude like that wandering too far away from the rim and settling for shots that are going to take him out of second opportunity scoring plays. You know what I'm saying? So I think he has to be able to make free throws because he's going to get fouled a lot. His handle, I think, is underrated because that kid could put the ball on the floor and he moves fast and he's all the way up and down in transition always. So a jump shot, I think he needs to have, absolutely. I don't think he'll be a bum without it, but I think if he just gets that mid-range, like that Carmelo Anthony mid-range, anything in front of the three-point line, I think that's gonna save his knees. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like I said, that three-point shot is always a plus on anybody that can make it. But when you got your bigs settling for threes, you also losing out on rebounds and second chance opportunities. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
I don't really.
Zion don't look like he even be trying to shoot the ball.
Don't
get me wrong, though. I do agree with you. His handle is underrated because if you look at every play, he goes by you. Boop boop.
Right.
Yeah, he goes by you. He's not faster than everybody, so he got a little boo boo. You could
yeah, he does. He does. The one that I'm not too like Brandon Ingram. I've never been a huge Brandon Ingram fan. The kids, I mean, to me, he's good. Obviously, he's good, but I mean, like to me, he's not like anything special. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like what he did to Chris Paul. He had a Laker uniform on, but you know what I mean? Like, that sucker punch people, man, I really don't trust dudes like that because they're not really like that. I don't think he's really like that in real life. But the Pelicans could definitely be good. I like the point guard that Lonzo Ball is for the player that Zion is. You know what I mean?
Right.
Lonzo rebounds, we out. He pushes the rock. You know what I mean? He can pass the ball very well. I like Lonzo's game. I like what he does. He's not the most offensive person in the world, but he doesn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like he's an old school point guard. Like he does what you're supposed to do. Start the break. He's out. You know, everything else you get from him offensively is a plus. But I think he'll be a solid pro. I don't think he's like an all-star type dude or anything like that, but I don't think he has to be. I think he can help a team with players like Zion that like run and jump, love to run and jump. You need a point guard like Lonzo to get the most out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He passed first. He's a willing passer. So, and they just picked up Steve Adams. So that's a good look for them. That's a real good look for them.
Yeah, he's solid down low. You already
know. Aquaman. That's Aquaman. He looked just like Aquaman, son. Word up, yo. Yeah, man. But yeah, I like that Pelicans. I like that Pelicans team. I like them. I don't, obviously not championship bound, but I like them. I like LaMelo Ball, bro. That kid's game to me is a problem. But they're gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do with him and Terry Rozier. Because Terry Rozier is tough, but that's basically who's in front of him. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Yep.
So they got to figure out what they're going to do with that, But as far as Wiseman, I like these young kids. As far as the young kids go, I like Wiseman, he's good. And there's no pressure on him.
Yeah.
There's no pressure on him because that he's on a whack team. He got a great shooter with him. He got vets there that could teach him, but it's not like there's pressure on him. Like Edwards. Edwards is another one. If D'Angelo Russell and Karl Anthony Towns buy into what he's selling, he'll be straight. Because that kid's tough, man. Athletic and all that.
Bro, they 3-0.
Yeah. Like if they accept him into the home team, then that's a nice little core right there because they wanted to go after Devin Booker, but they didn't have any pieces to offer because D'Angelo Russell, Devin Booker, and Karl Anthony Towns are cool. So they wanted to get together in Minnesota. That would have been amazing because Devin Booker is a bucket.
This is a big year for that kid. I think he something different. I think it's gonna get interesting.
I mean, you got him as the third best team in the West. Like you believe that they're gonna really be good.
Yeah, bro. He's averaged 26 across the board. So like 32, maybe he could 33, 34, he could average. They could be up there. Let's see. He just got to find a way to get a couple of more points. You know what I mean? That's the hard part.
I definitely mess with him.
Yep.
Shorty's tough. Shorty's super tough. and we're gonna see how it goes. But
I like the fact that he's pairing up with Chris Paul though. Chris Paul is gonna teach him and take care of him. Like,
gonna learn the right way. And Ayton is gonna eat.
I already see that, and you brought that up in one of the last episodes. Yeah, man, Ayton.
Chris Paul's different, man. Like Chris Paul's not as young as he was. Obviously, you get older every day that you open your eyes. But Chris Paul is one of the best point guards ever.
100% facts.
Ever, bro. Like he's made countless people bread, bro. He got David West paid. He got Tyson Chandler paid. He got the dude that looks like Carrot Top from the Clippers. Blake Griffin. He got Blake Griffin paid. You know what I'm saying? Like he got DeAndre Jordan paid.
Facts.
Like facts. He gets you. If you are big and you can finish, he's gonna get you paid, yo. Like that's a fact. But what's up with your Knicks? What do you think about your New York Knicks?
Nah, I don't even know who. I could probably name two people on the Knicks, Barrett and Randall, but
RJ Barrett is not like that. Julius Randle, I never messed with him even when we had him. But RJ Barrett is not a player that can create his own. So he needs that Chris, like you put a Chris Paul around a dude like RJ Barrett, and RJ Barrett be much better.
Absolutely, yeah. I think the Knicks, they got lucky on. I think the other night they got lucky because the Bucks didn't see Peyton come lighting them up early. Early. If you saw the game, he lit them up early. He was hitting some shots.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the game got too far, and they just got lucky. But they're gonna lose a lot. I think. I think the Knicks is gonna lose a lot.
A lot. They're not gonna win. Like, I mean, they're not built to win. I just don't think that anybody wants to play there, so they're always gonna be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I won't be mad if they draft my son in 18 years, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, as of right now, they're not it. They are not it. Like, they might take Dykeman, but they could lose in Pro City.
King Pro City.
They could lose in Pro City, but they could take Dykeman. I think maybe.
Yeah, the college team to play them mofos right now.
Yo, Bob. So this is the season finale of season 1.
Shit.
I've learned so much, bro. I've made so many mistakes, and it's just been fun all the way through. Because I had a lot of interviews that I had to take down from IG because of a copyright issue that I was having with this company that designed the logo for me. And me, like an idiot, instead of waiting for everything to be finalized, I liked the logo so much, I started doing interviews with the logo up. And you know what I mean? I didn't want to really get into that. And then I come to find out that I could have left them up anyway in the long term. And they were dope interviews, bro. Dope interviews. I didn't want the people that I had interviewed to feel some type of way that I took the interview down and left other interviews up, because it wasn't even about anything personal. Everybody I interviewed, I respect, and to me is a legend. You know what I mean? At whatever level you reached it, at whatever level you played on. But my whole thing was, I'm thinking to myself, like, I got this logo showing. Because I went to like a dispute progress with them and all that I was almost gonna have to call a lawyer. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, it's gonna cost it's gonna cost me more to hire a lawyer than what I even paid these dudes. And at the end of the day, I played myself by using that logo for these interviews. So I had to take that L. You know what I mean? Yep. But in this format, I'm not playing games, bro. Season 2. Trying to do this thing real different, like I said, bring in some new energy. We got a female host that we worked on, and pause. I don't want people to think in that way, but you know what I'm saying. She's on deck. I'm not. Next, the first episode of the new year, she'll be in it. How about that?
And it should be coming out soon.
How about that? I want to put that out on the first day of the new year, the first episode for season 2. You know what I mean? I appreciate everyone that's been supporting Spotify, Podbean, Alexa, Amazon, Apple, iHeart, Pandora, YouTube, everywhere, bro. Like, it's been a weird ride. Pause, because like I never like being on the camera. You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn how to get comfortable talking. And a lot of people tell me I need to be who I am off camera, on camera. But I think that's going to bring too many problems. So, you know what I mean? So I just try to be politically correct as much as I can. I mess up. I say a lot of things I'm not supposed to say, but it's just me learning. You feel me? But I think this season 2 is going to be serious because I want to do the top 25 of Dyckman, right? I want to do the top 25 list on Dyckman with Ken Stevens. I want to interview this lady, Vita Williams, that hooped and won at a high level of college basketball, and she was doing it back in the days, and she's been a supporter since day one. You know what I mean? I want to interview her. I want to get Kurt Stinson's street ball stories. I want to get Randy Mello back up here, Slick Rick, see if we get the history of 84th Street or how they used to be in the tournaments and all that. You know what I mean? My man Gio, batteries not included. I want to get him up here. It's a bunch of people. It's a bunch of people that I'm trying to line this up right. Your man Kev Drohan's gonna come mess with us at the top of the new year. Like it's a bunch of things I want to do, bro. I want to do a music segment where I get on and I let artists come on. They send me a playlist, and I'll go over the music that they present to me with them. So I'll play a song and I'll be like, yo, what made you make this record? You know, what you was
break it down.
About, you know what I mean? Like just give people an opportunity to let people know what's behind the music. Because a lot of people, you just hear the music. You don't know what was behind it. You don't know what made people make that music. You know, so I'm trying to go in a whole new direction in season 2. Even with you wishy-washy, 1 week you in New York, the next week you in Rome, then you in Paris, then you in Brazil. Talk about, yo, bro, I'll be back. How you got a tan in the middle of the winter and you ain't leave New York? You lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be knowing, bro. I don't know, man. Your brother Rock changed you, son. Like, when he put that microchip, he gave you a different type of microchip because you say, yo, I can't do it today, but he's in Brazil. Like, what? Like, you could have done it from over there. Let me see a beach or something. You know what I mean? But I've had fun, bro, and I appreciate you rocking out with me, man. Whenever you can, I appreciate it because I know at the end of the day, everybody's life is different and life is real. So, the fact that you've taken out time to even do this with me, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate Lefty, Gio, everybody else I've interviewed this year, man. Like, I'm humbled that so many people have even agreed to let me sit down and talk about their life and everything they've gone through, and they're willing to share that with me. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that big time, bro. My man Trotman got us Frank Weston. He got me Jeff Greer. He got me Jeff Greer this morning, last night.
Nice.
In a word from, you know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody that's held me down, been a part of this, supporter, listener, whatever it is, man. Even if you don't like what I'm doing, I'm glad that you checked it out to say you don't like it, because you can't tell me you don't like something if you ain't see it. So I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody, bro, if you don't like what I'm doing, I love you for not liking me, because there's only one way you know you don't like me. You had to see it first. So I'm good with that too. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to figure this thing out and have fun with it, man. And paying homage to people that I feel need that respect paid to them. And just giving people their flowers, fam, like I was doing on IG.
Facts, bro.
And what's good with you, man? What's this new year looking like for you, man?
Excited, man. New year.
Helicopter, what you doing, man? Talk to me.
Nah, man. Nah. Same, busy, but just saying, like you said, man, going into the new year with positive energy. Thanking everybody that supported this. I got to put more time into it. I will. I can't wait. You
be out of the country, so I can't even be mad at you, bro. Like, how you pop up at the end of December with a tan? What? You ain't in New York. It's all good though. You my guy.
I gotta activate the Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Wi-Fi. It'll be all right, you know what I mean? My wife, she'll pack me on and pack me the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi.
That's it, man. As long as they don't change the password, you good, bro.
Yeah. Nah, but yeah, definitely, man. I can't wait, man. Season 2, everybody tune in. It's gonna be
Yeah, it's gonna be different, bro, because it's gonna be a lot more of what they expected me to be on camera. Because now I'm gonna have somebody I could argue with. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a totally different demographic when you bring a woman into things. Because that's what I think we need is a woman's perspective at times on certain things, and it'll bring new topics and it'll bring a new look. Because I need the women to support as well, and people are gonna think we're just basketball. You know what I mean? And they're not paying attention to the bigger picture, which is the story. You eliminate the basketball, just the sport of basketball, from anybody's story, and it's still a story because it's talking about how people didn't believe and how they started to believe. It's talking about how people started off at one level and finished at another level, but nobody's getting that. Everybody's just thinking about it as basketball. When people that go to college to be doctors, you got to go to school for 8 years, right? Right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 4 years of high school, 4 years of college just to become a pro.
Yeah, bro. It's different.
You
It's
know
a story.
So it's just a struggle, bro. It's a struggle and it's a reality. It just happens to be that everybody I mess with is sports related because I love sports. But sports is life and life is sports, bro. Life is a sport.
It is, man.
You know, you got to play it till it's game over, bro.
100. Yep.
And I appreciate everyone that has made the time, taken out the time to make What's the Word podcast what it is. And I promise you, season 2 is getting spicy because the female we bringing on deck, she talk that talk, bro. So stay tuned. It'll be sooner than later. This is my last sign off of the year for 2020. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Bob, you already know, my guy. Anything you want to say?
Stay up, man. God bless. Hope everybody brings in the new year healthy, man. God bless. More love.
You already know what it is. Tune in or you losing. I see you at the top of the new one. Holla at you.